sometimes, what do you guys want from Gary Neville? You want him to be very complimentary of Arsenal's performances or towards Arsenal's trajectory. Now, once in a while, he sneaks in the backhanded compliment regarding Arsenal. You know it doesn't come from his heart. He doesn't mean it. He's trying to pretend. And some of you fall for this. You've seen it for the last 2 years working for Sky that Gary Neville can never be objective. He's an ex-Manchester United player, quote-unquote legend for Manchester United. But somehow in your brains, you want it to be complimentary towards Arsenal. You've lost your marbles. You guys are still overly reacting to Gary Neville trying to police our celebration because you want words of endearment from Gary Neville. You want it to acknowledge Arsenal. Why? Why will you want acknowledgement from the enemy? Even when he gives it, I do not care. Why do you guys care about Gary Neville so much? I understand he works for Sky, so it's presumed it should be fair across board. It's presumed to be objective. He is not going to be objective. And guess what? Sky are in on it. The legacy media, the traditional media, they want engagement too. They want traction because they are competing with content creators these days. Their numbers are low. So how do they get engagement? How do they get traction? By deliberately creating controversies, putting out certain words that will trigger the easily triggered Arsenal fan base. And a lot of the time, you guys keep falling for it. I've seen a pattern, so it doesn't surprise me. Richard Keys, Gary Neville, Michael Owen, I do not rate their footballing opinion and commentaries. It's a gimmick, it's a joke. They are media charlatans, and they are there to get engagement for their corporation. Why is this difficult for a lot of you to understand? Why is it difficult that the media, at least if you are over a certain age, you should know that the media is not about the truth. It's not about objectivity. It's about narrative and whose agenda they are running. If you don't know by now, you're naive and I can't help you. I can't help you. The media is never about objectivity. Man, when we're growing, when we're still young, we thought it's about objectivity. And it's not about that. It's about narratives, right? It's about control and about tractions, which brings in money. So when people still overreact to Gary Neville, as Arsenal fans, I'm disappointed. I'm making this video because I'm surprised at the fact that Arsenal fans, even though we won against Liverpool, they are trying to police our celebration. Jurgen Klopp does this, nobody complains, but Arteta does it, people want to run with an agenda. Do not fall for it. You've seen this pattern for the last 3 years. It's very consistent. Arsenal are the cash cow for the media. Do not fall for it. Why you guys still being triggered easily by Richard Keys and Gary Neville? Because you've seen the consistency that these reactions are manufactured for Sky and beIN Sport for traction. The legacy media doesn't have the stronghold like they used to do. They know they are competing against independent and the so-called smaller content creators, the non-traditional content creators. So they know they need to get traction and engagement. And how do they do it? They need to manufacture controversy. They need to say controversial things. They need to say things that will trigger the certain fan base. And which fan base is easily triggered? Unfortunately, I have to say, Arsenal fans are easily triggered. Unfortunately, the truth hurts. Arsenal fans are easily triggered. Stop falling for the same thing. It's a method to this madness. Just look at the pattern and you can see why they do it. Win or lose, Arsenal seems like a cash cow that the media can milk off. Tomorrow, you'll see, listen to TalkSport tomorrow. Simon John will find a way to discredit Arsenal's victory. It's part and parcel of their playbook. You guys have, it's funny that, right? The evidence is before you, but you are trying to not acknowledge it because some of you are so desperate for acknowledgement from the media. You are so desperate for validation from the mainstream media. You are so desperate for the mainstream media to praise us. They will not do it because it's against their agenda. It will not happen. Now, once in a while, they'll throw in a bit of a backhanded compliment here and there, but they do not like Arsenal. Just accept it. Just accept it and move on. So I'm not surprised by Richard Keys' commentary or Gary Neville about our victory that we are celebrating. I don't care. I've seen the pattern and it is what it is. I'm going to live with it. I don't want to change it. It is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you falling for it or you are still angered by the fact that they refuse to give us their credit? I don't care. Provided we are winning, I do not care what the enemy thinks. Like the video on your way out. Very, very important. Subscribe here to subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Uh-oh.